Tea Guru here, and I'm retasting after, well, I don't know, maybe a year and a half or something. 2012 Yiwu Mountain Tea Early Spring. So this particular cake has been, well, until we got hold of it, resting in Guangdong or Guangdong for quite a while, pretty much since 2012 or so. Material wise, nothing super duper. We're talking trees of between 30 to 80 years, I'd say. Where does it come from? Well, it's actually a blend of several areas of Yiwu. So not one specific place, but even though Philip from Yiwu Mountain Tea isn't telling us exactly where the regions are, I have a suspicion that there is a fair amount of Gao Shan in here, and I'll explain why. Okay, so why do I love this tea? Well, it hits the spot for many reasons. Lovely and dark. Storage-wise, this is Guangdong careful storage, so it's kind of in between Kunming and natural storage. Hong Kong, think Hong Kong natural storage being super duper humid, and Kunming natural storage being close, you know, quite dry storage. This is somewhere in the middle, so the cake has slightly accelerated aging, but because it's careful storage, i.e. a lot of the time this is kept in a climatized environment, it means that it's not as accelerated as natural storage, which means that it's kind of in between a Kunming and a natural storage. You're getting, with this kind of storage character, deep notes, but still remains a good part of its initial character. So, retasting this, I can't say too much has changed in the last year and a bit. Sweet honey tones. It's got a nice amount of astringency still inside this tea. So if you want to push this tea out, it will give you a nice satisfying hit of astringency and bitterness. A lot of it has waned since the olden days when it was new. But I tell you what I'm noticing now, something I didn't notice before. I didn't notice any qi in this tea before. I'm starting to notice inklings of qi, slow rising qi. Now, so this is 9 years old, this tea. And qi shows itself in tea over the years. So even with factory stuff, factory Munghai, for example, factory raw, you will potentially start to notice qi 8 years or so after. You may start to notice qi. I believe that this has a nice amount of Gaoshan, and correct me, Philip, if you're watching this video. I believe it's got a nice amount of Gaoshan because of the sweetness inside this tea. It's not as sweet as full-on 100% Gaoshan, but I do believe this must have a good chunk of it in there because the sweet hay notes. So the sweetness really goes together with the aged taste that's coming into this tea as well. It's kind of like it definitely complements each other, the sweetness of the underlying material and the aged taste that is coming through so nice in this tea as well. So you've got that sort of, imagine a kind of a light aged taste, which is sweet anyway, plus the sweetness, plus the hay notes, plus you're getting kind of dark leathery depth of flavour in this tea as well. The aftertaste, and actually I'd say to the slightly in the forefront, is a kind of a stone fruit apricot taste, which then carries through in the aftertaste as well. I don't remember that so much before when I tasted it in the past, but I'm noticing that a little bit more now. So growing in a very nice way. Where do I think this tea is going to be, say, in 3 years' time? I do believe that aftertaste, that sort of apricot stone fruit is going to show up a lot more. The aged taste is going to come up as well, sort of melding more with the sweetness that is inherent in this tea. So I think in 3 years' time that this tea is going to be more sweet, more melded together, and more deepness, more depth of flavour is going to shine through. And the cheese probably going to come up as well a little bit more. So really, I mean, material-wise, we're guessing kind of 30 to 80 years old. Oh, sorry, I'm touching the tea again. You know what? I just had a recent email saying, "Hey, Ollie, love your vids, but you keep touching the tea. You shouldn't do that." And the reason you shouldn't do that is because some oils will come off your fingertips and go into the tea, and this will go towards diminishing the flavour. I'm not too sure if I completely agree. Maybe. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's true. But I'd like to do this and show people the tea leaves. Like, I don't really do this on my own. I don't really sort of do this, but if I'm on video, I like to sort of show people the leaf. So that's really why I do it. But I don't really, it's not my habit to do this on my own. So yeah, maybe there is something in that. The cheese is an interesting one, because every region of tea has its own feeling, okay? So not only the aroma changes within regions, but also the feeling. Within Yiwu, there are many different styles of chi, going from very meditative to drowsy, almost stony, and in some parts quite energetic. So I do believe this one, of course, is comprised of many regions, God knows how many. Chi is discombobulating in that it's kind of not one thing, and you do find this in blends. So I'm kind of getting, I wouldn't say drowsy, but I'm kind of getting the meditative nature of feeling from the chi, but also an energetic push as well. I wouldn't say they're kind of, I wouldn't say they're counteracting each other at all. It's just hard when you're trying to express the feeling of a blended tea, because it's energy from so many different areas, or a combination of areas. It's very hard to sort of define. It's much easier if you guys try any of my gushu, for example, the Wonggong, or Gaoshan, or any other of the regions. The feeling of the tea is very pronounced because those tea cakes are 100% material from those areas. So it's just interesting. In case you don't know, I've had a number of guru teas out this year, and I have yet to do videos for any of them. I was going to do the video for Sheng Belly today. I got completely sidetracked, and I just started drinking this one. But I do make it a priority over the next coming weeks. Especially, I want to get a couple of, but especially before Christmas, I do want to get a couple of videos out regarding some of the new teas we have. In case you don't know, the new cakes we have out at the moment, we have Sheng Belly, which is a Boulang blend, very powerful. We have Berg, which is a 100% Gushu white tea, quite expressive, and that one's going to be looking great in the future, I tell you that. We've got Mosh Pit, which is a Boulang Gushu ripe. Nice bit of energy in that cake. And we've also got Man of War, which is a Munghai Gushu. I want to get videos done for these, but honestly, here is a little bit crazy at the moment with our 6-month-old. When I can get time to sit down with no distractions and talk into a camera is a little bit rare. But please stick with me, guys, and I'll have some more content pumped out to you very soon. Thank you very much, Ollie, the Tea Guru. Happy cupping.